What's really funny about that is I actually looked this up at one point. So there are studies that show, and now I couldn't really find much on women was the problem, but I found a fair amount on men. There are studies that show that your testosterone will actually be higher. It will peak roughly 24 hours after having intercourse. So I actually think that that's kind of a wives' tale and probably more of, just cultural thought than anything scientific there. Someone needs to do a study for women fighters though, because I've yet to find anything out there for us females.
Hell no.
Yeah, to a certain extent. I feel like it's important to stay focused. I understand the original reasons that people brought it on, especially in boxing, to keep the fighters focused and not out there, trying to do anything crazy before the fight. A lot of notable fighters have said that they do the total opposite and have been very successful. So I think it's more of a mental thing. I don't think it's a really like a proven biological advantage right there, to it. But I believe in it, and I think it's good.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I stay away from my wife.
Abstinence before the fight. I believe, you should give it a few days. I wouldn't do that. It depends if your wife doing it all the time, continue what you're doing. If you're not, I wouldn't just hook up with a girl the night before your fight. So I would just say stick to.
No, you shouldn't. Nah, it just depends how long. I'm in Colorado for like 6 weeks. I gotta wait 6 weeks, because my girl's back home in Texas, so it just depends.
Kind of a little bit. I think in the when people say like there's a superstition behind it or this and that, I do think there is something towards energy. And without getting too PG-13 here, I think there is something about like energy release and energy withholding in that regard. So yeah, to an extent. But the people who are like the 6 weeks or the 10 months or the this, that, I think that's too much. I think a good 2 weeks won't hurt you. But I think going beyond that, I think you start messing with your sleep and your hormones and your relaxation levels. But I think, yeah, too much is not good. Too little is not good. I think that you have to find a balance.
No, that's a myth.
No, I mean, I've heard it argued both ways. I say, if you're having a lot of sex throughout your fight camp, have sex right up until the fight. But if you're not having sex, throughout your fight camp, don't go out there and go crazy the week of the fight, because it's going to drain your energy and you're not going to be used to competing with mixed levels.
No. I used to. My coach hella used to, old school. And then I went to UFC PI, and Roman Foreman, the director of science and all that, was talking to me about it, and I told him about it, and we had a meeting about it, and it helps you.
With that original flow, head kicks with the pros, picks up the fights or anything in the mix. Getting closer to the heart of the flame, bringing conversations with heavy hitting names, you feel the love of the game.